We're officially live. Can you do me a favor, just for like a test? Can you just like message like test or something in chat, or just message hi or something?
Yeah.
That way I just know. Or maybe Jacob or someone will beat you to it.
I know. I haven't gotten any notification that we're live yet. Okay, there we go. I just did. There.
Oh yeah. Okay. Works.
#1 crown.
Hey, we got Josh.
Oh, I
You
just got that
claimed
stolen. I just got the crown stolen. That's crazy. And Tish. Hi, Tish. Everyone's here on the dot.
Let's fucking go. You want to go ahead and get the door? Perfect. Here we are, back at it again. Make sure you get that.
Hi, y'all.
I don't know where I can prop up my little army. Maybe that'll work. You may fall, but I'll always get back up.
How many sheets did I get? I got 4 sheets.
4 sheets of what?
You know what I got. You know what.
All right, all right. Oh, the raw bacon.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get started in a bit. And when I mean a bit, I mean now. Imagine.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Shall we? Let's do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? This is Attack the Talk. And yeah, I'm your host, AJ. Joining me, of course, is Lexy. Not with us in this episode is the Zach Attack.
He's finding
Zach
the One Piece.
is finding the One Piece. He's out over in Japan, you know, just having a good time. I'm actually going to go ahead and send a message to Zach right now. He said he may or may not go ahead and say hi over in chat, so we'll see. We have some beautiful friends live with us right now in chat. We have, whoa, Leximundos is it also in chat?
Yeah.
Shout out. Lexi said hi. Yeah, we got Josh, we got Tish, like, welcome. And obviously just always ecstatic whenever we get our friends live with us. Anybody else that tunes in, go ahead and just say hi in chat. And I hope you guys are all doing well. But yeah, let me go ahead and send Zachy a little text.
Slightly missed, Tish.
Ooh,
Yeah. Slightly.
Slightly?
Only slightly missed.
On the dot, that's right. We do miss Zach. You know, something's just always missing whenever one of us just aren't here.
Yeah.
You know? And truthfully, like, I feel the same way too whenever our, you know, OGs, our usual, you know, friends don't show up in chat. I'm like, oh man, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Aw.
I miss so-and-so, you know, I miss, you know, our friends and stuff, you know?
You guys
I
are always
understand.
appreciated.
You know, we all have a life, right? I get it. We're all busy and stuff, you know? What's up, Zway? Shout out to Zway. Zway, awesome freaking drawings, man. Just keep it up, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's
thanks
so
for
cool.
sharing.
Morning, bro. Yeah. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Yeah, as you can see, yeah, Tish says the aura isn't balanced. I mean, yeah, we're missing, you know, a family member here. Like, he's living it up over in Japan. We're happy for him. Lexi soon will go ahead and be on a trip as well in a couple weeks.
Yep.
So
2 weeks.
you know, that's what it's gonna have to. That's what it's gonna have to be for a little bit, you know. But we'll go ahead and we'll keep doing our thing, guys.
It's crazy to think I leave next Friday.
Yeah,
That's
that is
insane.
crazy. Wow.
Don't miss me too much,
Damn,
guys.
right around the corner.
Don't miss me too much.
You saw? Yeah, hell yeah, I saw it, dude. You posted over in the Discord. Of course, I
Yeah.
saw it. I tried to go ahead and just see what, you know, you guys are all posting over or just messaging over the Discord because I've said it before. Like, the Discord is special to me because there's very select few that have gone on to be invited over to the Discord, and you get invited if we feel like, you know, just kind of we have that same You know what I mean? Like, if you just fit in with the community and stuff, you know, we've had some recent friends, you know, get invited because they've really engaged in some cool conversation, you know, when we are live, and, you know, we feel like, you know, an invitation is warranted if we have very similar.
For us to stay connected with you guys.
For me, especially, you know, like, I don't have the social media to be able to go ahead, you know, to be able to go ahead and, like, just message as often as, you know. I don't know how often you guys are messaging and stuff like that, but the Discord is my way to go ahead and see what you guys are up to and all that.
Ooh, Tish is considering living in Irvine or Anaheim.
Wow. Interesting. Maybe the OC isn't for me. I know the OC is expensive, but then again, everything in Cali is, so.
Yeah.
But I would just go ahead and really do your due diligence and research and try to find something that is, you know, right for you and something that you feel like you would be comfortable in. You know, familiarize yourself a little bit with, like, the city and what's neighboring it and stuff, you know, because you don't want to go ahead and make that big of a commitment.
You gotta
because
consider things like, what's food like nearby? What are your habits and your activities, and does that city align with it?
Yeah, I mean, also,
and obviously pricing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously pricing is huge, but keep in mind, like, there's going to be just stuff that we take for granted, like, you know, just like parking situation and stuff, you know, and like just so many different things. It does look like Annie, doesn't it? It actually isn't Annie.
Yeah, it looks like
But
Annie.
it is another blondie.
But, you know, another little feminine blonde is
Armin. Armin is right here. But it does look like Annie.
Not up to me, but my company and their money. But my goodness, my rent here isn't even $700 and gas. Yeah,
so you better enjoy
that's definitely going to change if you move out
Enjoy
here
that while you've got it, because that's insane.
I don't know if now's the best time, Tish, for you to come to the U.S. I think
well,
hi, Jacob.
What's oh, yo, we got Jacob. What is up, man? Jacob, dude, where did you get that freaking sick, like, that Luffy baseball thing that he wears over in the live action? That is awesome. And you got it custom too? That's so badass. Cool. Like, you got me jealous over here, dude. I immediately had to go ahead and fire that shit because I was like, that is insane. And it looks so good on you too, dude. Like, this dude's like,
nice, Jacob. Just always
looking all swaggy these days, man, with this One Piece gear.
And drip in real life.
Netflix shot. Okay. Yeah,
dude.
Is
it like official Netflix? That's cool.
I'll have to check that out after the stream, so I'll make sure to do that. But yeah, so I don't know what the time frame is like. I don't think you mentioned it, Tish, or I just don't remember. But you know, if it's something that
lose it all,
you know, if it's not right around the corner. I know you said time is flying, so I'm assuming it's in the near future. But like something that's not right around the corner, then you know, you just do your best to plan and just look at whatever you feel like is something that, you know, you can see yourself living at or you know, living in, and go from there. I mean, personally too, I think it'd be cool to go ahead and have another friend that's like, you know, local and not too far from us.
Yeah, you know, we would prefer it because we would be able to hang out with you way more often.
Absolutely.
You could even join in the podcast every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, if you were up to, I don't know, some people are shy and stuff, you know, but like if you're up to, you know, just making appearances over on the podcast whenever your schedule allows it, you know, you're close, and maybe we can go ahead and plan
Anaheim
for
and Irvine are pretty close. Like, we work very close to Anaheim.
Yeah, we're not far at all. So that's cool. It's all up in the air, but I do have corporate stay for a little. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, while you're kind of, you know, staying over here, just do your best to, you know, just kind of fill it out and stuff, you know. But it sounds like you might not have a choice really if that's a job you want to go and stick around with, right? So, you know, hopefully it all just works out.
Hope you figure it out.
Yeah.
Find out your own system that works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But all right, guys. Awesome that, you know, again, our friends are here. In this episode, we will be continuing, of course, with episode 16. This will be part 3 of our episode breakdown and discussion. We're just going to cover, a couple different points in this episode. This episode is above and below. You guys know the drill. We'll go ahead and eventually do a recap. We'll get into the episode breakdown and discussion and all that good stuff. You know, just to start off the show, we're going to go ahead and kind of just hang out, and I do have some, you know, kind of little news and updates on certain stuff that maybe we've talked about before in the past, and
we also have some food on the way.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming in the next like 15 minutes.
I was surprised with some food on the way, so I get to go ahead and kind of just do a low chow time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hang out. And again, I hope that you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the week. It is a very beautiful Wednesday, and yeah, I have to admit, it feels better than what we streamed Tuesday last week.
Yeah, we did Tuesday.
It feels better. I don't know. Tuesday was just. I feel like I was. My energy was just off. I feel like
it felt too early. But then when Wednesday and Thursday came around, I was like, "Oh my god, why does it feel like I have so much time now to do all this stuff?" And I was like, "Oh wait, we didn't have the podcast."
Yeah. I feel a sneeze coming on.
Woo! Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Start the rumbling with
Thank
a sneeze.
Thank you so much, Lex. Yeah. Start the rumbling right with the freaking sneeze.
With a sneeze.
I'm gonna send my original anime character in the Discord. That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to go ahead and see that, Zoe. That's so cool that you're kind of creating your own original. Thank you, Tish. Thank you. But you're creating your own original anime characters.
Yeah, like an OC so much, or like it's you.
Yeah.
What's your vibe? Bless you.
If you are creating your own original anime character, then maybe that would go ahead and eventually lead to your own little story plot. You know, you're creating character designs, and you never know where that can go. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, our good friend Josh started somewhere. You know, like everybody has a starting point, and I don't know if he necessarily knew he was going to do, you know, a manga, if he's gonna go ahead and be drawing some fucking amazing cool drawings, but I know that
if you're cool with just drawing, then that's
he started somewhere, right? You never know. This could be the start of something for you, Zoe. But either way, man, like your drawings are really, really good. So just keep working on that, and you're only gonna get better if you be consistent with it. And again, you never know what your future will go ahead and have in store for you. You know, plan to make a manga. There you go. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So just when you're planning on making a manga. All I can go ahead and say, hey, we got literally the Zach Attack over in chat. He was able to go ahead and say hi to us. Zach, if you go ahead and you look early on in chat, I don't know if you can, but you know, you have some of us wishing you, saying that we miss you, man. Maybe someone said slightly missed you, but I'm sure you can go and figure out who that one might be. Zach turned into Japanese. Yeah, Zach is over in Japan. Yeah, and we all hope that you're having a great time, man. Yeah, we do. We miss you here, and again, just the vibe's always a little different when one of us are missing. But I know that Zach's having a freaking awesome time over there. I know you're really looking forward to that trip. So I hope that everything's all going well. I found my old art journal and old concept photography, and I realized life has gotten so sad. I used to do my makeup in my room for fun. It's so crazy when you go ahead. I know what you mean, Tish.
It really, honestly,
simpler times, man.
Be that damn phone. Like, if you just put your phone away, you can still do all of that stuff, you know? If, you know, you're not too busy, of course, but unfortunately, doom scrolling has become a part of our regular lives.
Yep.
But there's a way to make you feel like a child again. It's just like a dopamine detox, which is...
When you find that, it just feels so good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you find whatever it is.
Like you start drawing again or crafting again, or even just like
a show or something,
and just
you know?
Stare at the ceiling.
Like I love it when like a good show or movie like can go ahead and bring that feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I really do think that it's that technology, man. You got to just go back to. You got to make it simpler, and then it'll feel good again, so that you're not overstimulating your senses.
Yeah.
I'm still one. Yeah, good. And never grow up.
Yeah, enjoy it. Kidding.
Never grow up.
Just says I'm moving a lot of hobbies to analog.
Yes.
And signed up for a baking class to renew my love for pastry. That's so freaking cool.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, analog hobbies are really,
for
you know, a lot of people are still doing it, but it's not as accessible for us to do anymore. Like, you know, for example, like music. Like, does anyone actually own music anymore? Unless you're listening to like CDs or vinyl.
Yeah.
But it's kind of scary.
I mean, no more binders of different CDs and stuff.
It's kind of scary to think that like we don't have ownership of anything anymore. Like, oh, we have a movie on the streaming service, but you don't own it.
You don't own it.
It could get taken off anytime. Same with music, can get taken anytime.
Yep.
So moving to analog is not only, I think, the best for you in the long run, but it's also like the best for you, like, for your brain. Just like, I know this is very it's very strange to tell you that technology is ruining things for us while telling you through a screen on a podcast. Very hypocritical. But like we've said before, it's different. We have this for a community. We do this for the price of community. For
positivity, you know. We do it for, you know, what we like to think for good reasons.
Technology can sometimes even add to that because, like, if we didn't have technology, we wouldn't have been able to hang out and meet all of you guys. Yeah. Wow. So there's pros and cons.
Zach is even saying too. That's how it is with Nintendo now. You pay for licensing, not ownership.
Yeah, like no one really owns anything anymore.
That's a good point too. Even video games, like you go ahead and you download a game. You know.
Do you own it? No. When's the last time you played on a disc?
You go out there and spend your hard-earned money on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you spent some hard-earned money on it, and you downloaded it. But at any time, they could just pull it and take it, and you don't own it anymore.
Absolutely. Like says, tech's a double-edged sword.
Definitely.
That's how it is, man.
With great power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that Japanese McDonald's. Nice. You know that they use real ingredients.
When was the last time you held a book? Tish says. That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Can't tell you that I know.
Probably like last year on like a trip or something. Whenever I had a long
Mine
trip.
might have been holding a book, but just getting ready to put it in storage or put it in a box for like us like preparing a move or something like that.
Yeah.
Me and zebra cakes. That's the last time I freaking held a book, but I can't tell you the last time I read a book. The nuggets are real chicken. Ooh, okay. Quality over there in Japan.
Yeah, real chicken. Yeah, I had McDonald's when I was in the Philippines, and I was like, whoa, these chicken nuggets are good.
I had, me and zebra cakes had McDonald's over in London, and that shit was bland as hell.
Yeah.
But also, we're so used to, we talked about in the podcast, there's so many, like, just different salts and spices and all that. And stuff.
Yeah, a lot of processed stuff. I had, like, homemade Rice Krispie treats the other day because a teacher brought them in, and I was eating them, and I was like, it's not enough sugar on this. I was like, this is not my Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah. Zach says that the menu is so much more vast. I'm sure. I mean, I remember.
Well, yeah, the ingredients are different. You got things with rice and stuff.
There's just so many different things that you can actually go ahead and order that, of course, just aren't available. You know, and pretty much any other McDonald's. So that's so cool. That's what's interesting too, is you kind of see what is
what they serve,
what the items they serve there. You know, over that
like what is
location.
the norm for their food in other places and other cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I stuck with the standard chicken nuggets and fries, but they had, you know, like rice meals and everything, and they have a good amount of stuff, especially in these Asian McDonald's. Obviously, the agriculture and the food is different than what we have out here in the U.S. A lot of the stuff in the U.S. isn't even allowed in other countries, like food-wise. Yeah. So of course it's going to be different, but I always think it's cool. Because why is the chicken nugget texture sponge?
And Zach even says way less greasy too. It doesn't make me feel heavy afterwards.
Yeah, it's a lot less greasy. It tastes a lot more real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rice.
The rice, yeah.
Yeah, it's included with every meal.
Tish says, travel tip with Tish. Okay. Get a book to read on your flights. You have no choice. Engage with words.
Yeah.
But that means that I would have missed out over on my flight Hunter kite moment.
Yeah.
Where I was literally
and
just
plus, you don't want to be the one person with their light on when everyone's sleeping, you know? Because that's how I was, too. I was, like, journaling on my flight because I was like, I don't want to be stuck on technology. Let me bring my journal. I'll journal. And then I was doing it, and then the lights went off, and I was like, I'm not going to turn the light on just so I can journal. Like, I was like, everyone else is sleeping. So I was like, hey, let me turn it off.
Right, my boy. I can't believe that moment.
I know.
The fact that I
experiencing that on a flight, is insane. A whole nother level.
Wow. I'll never forget that, though. Very cool, guys. So at this time, I want to go ahead and kind of just do a little update and news and stuff. Some stuff that I went ahead and I found this past week.
What did you order? I'm going to grab your...
I think it's just 2 tacos. Mom knows.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead, update.
So, for those that watch One Piece live action, I saw a report, and I don't know if this is true or not. If it is true, this is going to be insane how they pull this off. But I saw where One Piece live action, right, Netflix, they want 6 seasons, okay? They want 6 seasons to be the midway point, which means they want 12 full seasons of live action One Piece. How the fuck are they gonna make that happen? I have no clue. By the time we get over to freaking Dressrosa, they're gonna be in their like what, mid-30s or something. I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure they can pull it off. I'm sure they all look they're gonna look very youthful, but so I saw that, I was like, that can't be real, and I actually went ahead and looked a little bit further, and I was like, that's so ambitious, right? But I'm with Tish too. Like, hey, I'm all for it. Like, give me like, if they make it to 12 seasons, and that's where 12 seasons, they feel like they can complete their story, right, as live action. But like, I don't know, and I will be genuinely surprised if they do make it anywhere past 6 seasons. I always felt like maybe we can get anywhere from 6 to 8 seasons. I remember there was one point after the podcast where we just got done streaming, and me and Zach were outside. We're like, Zach was literally going through the different arcs. So like, okay, well, if we're doing, okay, maybe we get this arc, and he's counting down the arc so he can maybe see how far into you know, live action we get. I'm pretty sure Zach got into like 8 seasons.
Do you want
right?
something to drink? We have Sprite.
I mean, I'm cool with just water.
We have Gatorade.
Thank you. I'm cool with just water. But so, Lex, live action, right? One Piece. Thank you very much.
Actually, I should grab some napkins too.
Okay.
Yeah.
They want to do 12 seasons.
Well, how many episodes are in One Piece anime? Like.
Well, I mean, we're talking about. So what I saw was right now they've only, for the 2 seasons that they've done of live action One Piece, they've only told about 13% of the anime.
Shit.
Yeah.
12. I gotta start watching. I only have 2 episodes left of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So after that, I want to start watching that.
Yeah. Yeah. Elbaf. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, we did see some giants over in season 2. But I think what would be really interesting about that too is just to see all the different casting that they do, because I'm a real fan of the casting for each of these characters and stuff, you know. So if we do get, you know, 10 plus seasons, like, it'll be really cool to go ahead and see who gets casted for who, which part. I'm sure eventually you're gonna start getting some, you know, more bigger names like wanting to go and be a part of this live action One Piece, you know, adventure. How they do Wano, yeah, that's the thing, is it's crazy, but you know, they're gonna go ahead and focus. If they're doing Wano, they're gonna focus on very important parts for each episode. So they're doing the 8 episode thing, and it seems like the final episode is like the segue where they go ahead and they, you know, wherever they're going to the next location, that's kind of like where they lead us with, right? It's insane, yeah. But Wano is one of those arcs that just it's very long running, and there's so many different things, and I'm even thinking about what they potentially could cut out and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Thank you very much.
Oh, you got the carnitas.
Iñaki needs dreads. I want dreadlocks for Gear 5. What? I don't think Oda would use AI. No, I think that because me and ZebraKicks watched the behind the scenes, and people involved with costumes and design and stuff and all that, they really want to limit their CGI. Obviously Chopper, but they had like a stand-in, like they had like an actual actor who was like moving around and stuff, you know, and they actually had like the actor was holding like a Chopper like dummy type thing. Yeah,
to like as like a marker.
Yeah, but there was a person that was the one on set, and then the voice who I don't know her name, but the voice of Chopper in the live action, of course, while she's reading her lines, they also are capturing her expressions, and her expressions are being shown through Chopper's face.
Nice.
Which is really cool. So I think they're trying to do it.
It's not motion capture though, right?
No, it's not motion capture, but it's just
like markers.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool that they're trying to be as practical as possible.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. That's definitely brings the art back into cinema.
Yeah,
or back into special effects.
Again, like thinking about how ambitious this goal is for 10 plus seasons. Let's say they get to 10. Yeah. Like at that point, they're gonna have to go ahead and really figure out.
How old are the actors gonna be at that point?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I have no clue.
From my understanding, Luffy, I mean, the crew doesn't really age that much throughout the series, right?
Well, they have a time skip.
Okay.
To where they do age.
Okay.
You know.
So there is a little time skip.
Yeah. They pretty much go on, the characters go on their own little specific arcs, their own little training arc, you know. So by the time they go ahead and they meet up again, they're like substantially stronger.
Okay.
They're vampires. I mean, you never know. It's been 2 years in the story. Yeah.
They're vampires.
And think about from season 1 to season 2, it took 2 years for season 2 to come out. Now I know season 3 they're trying to get it out like I think by next year hopefully, or at least have some sort of, you know, update on that by next year. But man, think about it. For every 2 years there's a season. Like when we get to 12 seasons, like that's
20 years?
Yeah. We're looking at 20 plus years.
24 whole years.
Like that's crazy. Season 2 was delayed because, well, I mean, there we go. I mean,
That's true.
You never know if there's going to be other stuff that's preventing
in
it.
the future. You can't plan.
Yeah.
That stuff.
If it's yearly, they can pull it off, for sure. But also, that's crazy because, like, these actors, like specifically the Straw Hats, like, their job is to be a Straw Hat. Like, that is what their occupation currently is. You know, like, yeah, they're gonna probably do other projects here and there, but their primary focus is gonna be playing their characters.
Right.
You know, which I think is honestly that's kind of a dream.
Nice as an actor.
To
I mean,
have that
obviously,
security?
I've never been an actor, but from just
What are you talking about? I've
outside
seen you on
looking at-
stage before. Okay.
outside, yeah, I was acting normal, but like I feel like as an actor, when you have like a solid, there's pros and cons to like you're signing yourself on a long-term contract, but also like, dude, you are committing. Like this is like a home.
Yep.
It's almost like homey, you know. And this is genuinely your crew, your family, you know. Like we see that with behind the scenes of One Piece, and we see that with behind the scenes of live action Avatar. We've seen that behind the scenes with live action Last of Us. Like these long-term projects, you end up kind of just becoming family with your co-hosts, you know.
Yeah.
And as an actor, I feel like you would want that, but also there's some people that are probably just like, I'm in it for the art. I want to try new little indies all the time. And if that's your thing, then that's your thing. But I think it's pretty cool to say that you're a Straw Hat.
I think that's like that's a badge of honor right there, man. You kidding me? Like that's a dream. But all I hope is that none of the cast members get into any kind of romantic relations with like Nami or any of the other crew members, like Robin or so, because I feel like not that would screw it up, but like
when you have a project that's planned to go for so long,
like I don't know. Like
It's best to just not complicate it.
yeah, I understand too that you can't go ahead and kind of stop like if there are genuine connections and especially if you go like multiple seasons, because we've seen that before in the past where like, you know, co-stars will go ahead and
they have to go travel together.
they build such strong connections and bonds and then it becomes more romantic and then, you know, like you never know. Like what if like Taz Skylar, right, ends up getting close with like Emily Rudd, you know, like Sanji and Nami. You never know, right? Like that's just kind of as an example and stuff. But
I mean, Spider-Man and MJ are married now.
Yeah. But man,
Tom Holland's the only Spider-Man to actually be successful with his MJ.
yeah. And like that's another interesting thing is that they've all dated in real life.
They've all dated, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. But you know, third time's a charm, you know?
Yeah. Secure job, 12 years, One Piece related. Would I sign up? Yeah.
I can play a good tree. Yeah, Tish. Shamik Moore punching the air right now.
Yeah. That dude was trying so hard, man. It was so cringy. Seeing all those different videos and stuff. I wish that they would go more man than beast for the Zoans. That would help a ton with makeup and time. Yeah. I think so too. But we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, again, this is a very like big goal that they're planning on doing. So
I mean, who knows what it's gonna look like 5-10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, you're gonna hear my eating noises.
So yeah, he's going crazy. But I kind of want to ask our friends in chat: would you rather want to get casted as, let's say, like a more kind of reoccurring character? Maybe obviously it's not a Straw Hat, but like let's say you are somebody that is somewhat reoccurring, right? Nothing too special. It's like, you know, just a character that you shows up. Let's say you have like at least a cameo or at least like, something that they bring you back for every season, right? Mm-hmm. Would you rather go ahead and do that, right? You're guaranteed to be back every single season, right? And it's a character that is reoccurring but nothing special. Or would you rather go ahead and be in there, casted for one season, and you are like part of the main, like you're either the main villain or you're part of like that main villain crew of whatever specific arc it is?
I think it depends on your goal as an actor, because there's so many actors that are like, no, I can't sign this 5-year contract. I got other projects going on. Things
Joaquin.
interfere. Yeah, that's Joaquin.
I can't do the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, it interferes with all of the indies, my passion projects, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I mean, Joaquin seems to be doing fine doing it. But I think it depends on what you want to be, what you want to do as an actor. What say our friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you guys rather have?
Yeah, would you guys rather go ahead and just be casted as a very big role for one season?
Yeah, like your own.
Doesn't even have to be a villain. Like you can be somebody that helps the Straw Hats. You can be somebody like. Would you rather go ahead and be a part of?
It depends on the character.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Or would you rather go ahead and be, kind of like a supporting character that, comes back every season? I don't know who that character could be, but I think for me, I would love to go ahead and just be bad guy. Boom, I'm there for that season.
That arc.
Yeah, because I think that would be really cool. And yeah, I'd rather kill it in one season. Because if it's reoccurring, it could ruin the
tour.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you guys seen more of those videos that are coming out of Justin Timberlake getting arrested? There's like more videos, like police body cam footage, and he's just so corny. He's
Really?
so corny.
Wow.
He's like in the station reading over it, and he's like, white. Like when it says white male, he's like white, and they're like, and he's like, I'm just kidding. Like, okay.
Wow.
You're getting arrested because you were driving under cocaine.
Did he have coke in the system?
Supposedly he had coke.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Man, JT.
Yeah, white. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tish. I love that they're like, yeah, it's gonna ruin the world tour. Like, what's a world tour? Like when the officer first arrested him, what's a world tour? He's like, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, a world tour is hard to explain. And he goes, I'm Justin Timberlake. And the cop goes, You're Justin Timberlake? Like, yeah, I am. He's like, okay, can I see your ID?
Wow.
But he doesn't say it like I'm Justin Timberlake. He says it like, I'm Justin Timberlake. Like, he says it like he's damn. Like, how did I get so far gone? But I don't know, man.
Wow.
That's gonna ruin the tour.
I have not seen that. But yeah, so 12 seasons. That's the goal for them.
It's pretty what's the word I'm thinking of? Not optimistic.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, the word I've been kind of using is just like it's very ambitious.
Ambitious. That's the word. That's quite ambitious.
So another update.
Real. Exactly, Tish.
And this is also One Piece related. Is the president and CEO of Wit Studio talked about One Piece.
Finally, what'd he say?
It says during an interview, he spoke about the change in the One Piece, explaining how it was largely inspired by, obviously Oda is concerned that the Toei's version of that series may not resonate with younger audiences. And so, it says according to the CEO, Wit will use modern techniques that younger audiences are accustomed to in more recent anime they've likely seen. Also, he says that there will be tight pacing that'll cut down on the fillers to avoid unnecessary stretching.
Okay.
It says, this is just an article that I'm just kind of glancing through. There's a lot of just different little stuff in between it.
Armin looks so cute.
Let me see if I can find the actual quote.
Armin's such a cutie. Y'all see him there? He's such a cutie.
But yeah, this was our kind of first production update that we've gotten in a while.
Yeah, in a long time.
Yeah.
After they were like, plan for around late winter.
Yeah.
What? Well, it's spring. But happy spring, guys.
Yep.
Happy spring. Y'all get started on your spring cleaning yet? I started early.
Interesting.
Unnecessary stretching. Main character is made of rubber, mind you.
Yeah.
That's Tish. Yeah, unnecessary stretching.
That's actually pretty funny.
I was thinking about that too. Like, isn't that his
All right.
quirk?
So it has the quotes
Dragon?
from the CEO. It says, the reason we decided to produce a remake of the One Piece anime came from a reflection by the original author, Eiichiro Oda. He pointed out that the work has become very long and rich in detail. However, since it started a long time ago, the new generation, accustomed to modern productions, does not necessarily feel the same excitement towards the older animation. He felt a certain regret about this and wanted younger audiences to be able to discover and follow the story. So he says, the goal is to use modern animation technology to bring the work back to life and make it accessible to new generations of fans worldwide. Our studio is not simply redrawing the panels. This remake will be dense and impactful without unnecessary padding. It will combine visual enjoyment and strong storytelling and impeccable pacing. All right. So that was the update that we got.
Well,
and
cautiously optimistic.
yeah.
It sounds solid. I'm glad that they're not like, this isn't just a copy with some stuff cut out, like where it's a genuine like revamp.
Yeah. So actually the last part here, it just says that the biggest challenge in creating a work like One Piece lies in the immense size of its fan base and in surpassing their expectations. Over the years, fans have built their own vision of the story, and we want to create something that goes beyond the imagination. The most important thing is to understand what the original author Oda wants, and to find the best way to present what he wishes to show or express. By working closely with him, we will achieve the final result. This work is very close to Oda's heart, and he knows it better than anyone. His vision will guide us. That is from, again, the CEO of WIT.
That's very valid.
Says the One Piece remake release window. So with a ton of new exciting information concerning the One Piece anime remake by WIT, the big question about it is its release date. Sadly, while this project was revealed all the way back into 2023, it has yet to get a release date or even a release date window. It says that the CEO, George Wada, did not want to comment on its release either.
He was like, I have no clue when it's coming out. We're just working on it.
Yeah.
Dang, so they don't have like a production. I mean, I'm sure they have a template, but they're probably like, this is so in depth that like we're just gonna take it a day at a time, like a step at a time.
Yeah, it just has more of another prediction. It says that the anime is most likely not coming in 2026.
Yeah.
The earliest release date for this anime series could be sometime in 2027. It says with Anime Japan 2026 coming soon and One Piece having its own stage, there is a chance for new reveals to be made. And fans will have to be a bit more patient until more information concerning this project is.
Because they're not releasing it all at one time, right? Are they releasing it at like
that is a great
periodically?
question. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna go ahead and be getting like seasons at a time or something. You know, I don't know.
We don't really have any of that info yet.
Yeah, don't have any of that information yet. But again, that's cool. Right. It's cool to go ahead and get the update to know that they're working hard and diligent.
Yeah, they're like, I know you guys are yelling at us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they're trying to, I guess, explain and help the fans understand that like this is obviously a project that we are very like aware
committed.
Of its expectations, so we want to do it right.
They know how committed the fan base are. They know the expectations. They know how important One Piece is to so many people. So I'm glad that they're taking it super serious.
Yeah. So Subathon's gonna have to wait till 2027.
Yeah, wait till next year, guys.
Yeah. So those are the two little One Piece updates that I did see this week. Another thing I actually saw today, and I want to ask you, Lex, and to any of our friends, you know, if you guys have seen this, the teaser trailer for HBO Max's Harry Potter series.
I have not. I've only seen a photo of it, but I haven't seen the teaser trailer.
Do you want to pull it up on your phone?
Sure.
Do you want to go ahead and watch it live? Now
it's funny because I saw people being like, "It's a live action remake." I'm like,
it's
Harry
a
Potter
series
is
now.
live action.
It's a series. So instead of getting like a movie for each book, now we're getting like I don't know how many episodes, but we're getting a whole season 1 for like essentially the first book.
Wow.
Which is going to be interesting. Harry Potter, yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually pretty excited because from what I saw,
Okay.
so Lexi's gonna go ahead and watch it live. The music's gonna keep playing because I know YouTube's weird with with that stuff. But you can go ahead and check it out, Lex. And anybody else hasn't seen it, look at the teaser trailer over on YouTube or wherever you guys can go ahead and find it. I think it looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and let's stare at Lex.
He looks pretty similar to
So
Daniel
that we
Radcliffe.
can see Lexi.
At least as a kid.
I think the idea is for the kid to go ahead and be a little more closer to what I think the book.
The book is representative. Yeah, I know that a lot of people who read the book were like, it's not really exact, but it's for what it is, it's really good. Especially about Voldemort. Everyone talks about how they had to ease it up because he was too scary.
People are going to have concerns with Professor Snape.
Yeah, because it's not Alan Rickman.
Well, Snape is black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he described as black in the book?
I'm not sure, but Snape looks cool in the series.
If he doesn't have a specific race in the book or anything, then I think, whatever interpretation they believe is going to be best, I guess.
Yeah.
But it is hard to watch a Harry Potter make... Hey, that guy's in Game of Thrones.
Well,
It is hard to watch a Harry Potter remake, though, without, a lot of people have a sentimental attachment, and I know this because Luca is a huge Harry Potter fan. A lot of people have that sentimental attachment, with the characters.
Yeah.
And... Oh, I saw Snape. Hermione is tan.
yeah. I think Hermione, she's also black, I think.
And she looks
Or
mixed,
she's
yeah.
probably half, yeah.
And the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. Doesn't it look cool?
Huh, Christmas 2026.
Yeah,
okay, they
Christmas.
know how to market, because people always say that Harry Potter is a Christmas movie.
Christmas of
Yeah.
2026. That's so freaking
Wow.
cool. Christmas, we're getting Harry Potter series, HBO Max.
Wow, that is... Okay, I'm actually excited. Luca and I are definitely going to have to watch this.
Yep.
Oh, I want to stay on YouTube.
Wow. So, there we go.
Okay.
That was a cool little update to go ahead and see. And,
Black Snape, he's going to be drippy.
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it looks like a mixed Hermione, too.
Yep.
That's exciting.
So we'll see. I mean, how far? I mean, I'm guessing this is going to be another one of those kind of potential Game of Thrones thing where they cast it so young, but then you're going to see the actors
they
go
grow
ahead and they
older.
grow older and all that, and they.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not a Stranger Things
Oh, I
kind
hope
of
not.
vibe.
I really hope not.
We'll see. We'll see. Speaking of Game of Thrones, for those of you that play Fortnite, what crazy timing. They have a new season that just came out last week.
Yeah.
And it is Game of Thrones themed. So they have the characters. So they have
Wow.
Jon
Why?
Snow, they have Daenerys, and they have the Night King or the Frost King,
Yeah.
Night King. And they have her dragon as a glider, and they have da-da-da. And the way that it's so crazy because for those of you who know, I'm watching Game of Thrones for the first time and watching it with Luca, who's already seen it before. But when you watch it a second time, you're like, oh yeah, especially something as involved like Game of Thrones. But yeah, they did a full collab, and for those of you who like Game of Thrones and play Fortnite, get on that shop and buy that bundle because it's so good. Their skins look so good, and they have an emote where you sit on the Iron Throne and the entire Game of Thrones theme is playing in the background, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because, I don't know. Maybe it's been a long time coming. They've been planning on it, but I just think it's really crazy timing.
Yeah, it is.
That now they are doing a Game of Thrones collab.
Is Game of Thrones? Is there I know that they have a new series
they have House
that's
of
out, but
Dragon and Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Maybe that's bringing up their popularity because people want to watch, even though they're not connected, but people probably want to watch the Game of Thrones before they watch those. So maybe there's a resurgence. Maybe it's just me. Maybe Fortnite was yeah, Lexi's really.
I know they just know.
Lexi's really into this right now, and she plays Fortnite. Let's throw her a bone. And they got my girl Dany. They have Daenerys Targaryen. And her skin is really cool too. They got her hair really accurate.
Wow. Okay. I want to do something, Lex.
Uh-oh. What is it?
I wanted to do another little trivia thing, but I wanted to do Attack on Titan themed.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find.
Is there one that we haven't done before?
I think so. And I see one.
The number one Attack on Titan podcast. just reminding you guys.
It looks like it gives you 10 seconds for
each question.
Yeah, but I'm gonna read them and I could pause it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it quickly.
Yeah, we'll go through this. So the first question is, what did Carla do for a living before she met Grisha?
She was a waitress.
Waitress. Okay. Let me go ahead and actually select it.
Is it multiple choice?
It is multiple choice.
Oh, I don't need it.
But you didn't need that one.
Waitress. BTS is back. Everyone's on the rise. We're making changes.
Okay, that one's correct. Next one. Why did Levi join the scout regiment? He wanted to help Irvin.
No.
He wanted to kill all Titans. He loved the scouts, or he was blackmailed into joining them.
I think he was blackmailed into it, wasn't he?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like,
Correct.
You have to join.
Why was Pastor Nick tortured and killed?
Because he knew info.
Because he stole hidden scrolls, he kept away hidden treasure, refused to release any info about the scouting regiment, or he was a double agent.
Oh. He refused to give info about the scout regiment or to the scout regiment?
Hold on, time expired.
Okay. I can pause it.
I had to read them quick. So you got this one correct, first one correct. You got the second one correct. Make sure I pause it. We're doing such a great job here, guys.
Yeah.
You know? You got that one correct. Blackmailed. All right. So yeah, stole hidden scrolls. He kept away hidden treasure. Refused to release any info about the scouts, or he was a double agent.
I'll say he was a double agent. I guess that's what matches the most.
Double agent?
Refused to give info
For Pastor
about
Nick?
the scouts. He didn't have info about. If that one said refused to give info to the scouts, I would have said that. But yeah, refused to give info about the scouts.
Okay.
I've convinced myself.
That one's correct. What relationship does Kenny have with Levi?
Uncle.
Uncle.
Theo.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's my Theo Kenny.
Who tended to Levi's wounds after he was attacked by the first Interior Squad?
The first Interior Squad?
Was it Moblet, Sasha, Petra, or Hanji?
I believe it was. It's got to be Hanji.
Well, we know who it isn't.
Yeah. We know who it's not because she was not. She didn't survive that.
So, Hanji, final answer?
I'm going to say Hanji.
Nope, Sasha.
Sasha did.
Yeah.
Huh.
How did Keith Sadis meet Grisha? They were childhood friends, outside the walls, they were trainees together, or at a bar?
At a bar. Right?
Is that your final answer?
They were at a bar?
Nope,
Or
outside the walls. Remember he found him outside the wall?
Oh, but it made it sound like they were friends, like outside the walls before, which I'm like, he didn't come from outside the walls. They found him outside the walls, but okay.
Okay, next one. Why are the wall titans immobile? They only move because the founding titan gives them orders, the walls are made to immobilize them, or they only move when the founding titan commences the rumbling, or they lack sunlight.
Founding titan rumbling.
Oh, shit.
You ran out of time again?
Yeah, it goes and it skips. All right, well, I'm sorry, guys. This is, we're not doing a great job here.
It's all right. No one's commented anything since we started the quiz.
Yeah, you're right. They're like, ugh, another
They're
quiz.
like, ew.
You're right, guys. You know what? Quiz is a wash.
Yeah.
And that one, it only gives you 10 seconds. And like by the time I'm reading them, and
I know. I'm like, let me read the multiple choice.
when I pause it, everything goes blur. Like,
Oh,
like
so you
I can't go ahead and pause it. I
and
can't.
then
So for the sake of it, just
I
like,
see.
yeah.
No wonder you're having a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Oh, well.
We know that I would have gotten it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You guys had faith in me.
Yes.
You know, I would have gotten it right.
2016 vibes. Let's bring them back.
I know.
Yeah, just I'm slowly feeling the 2016 vibes. BTS is back. Game of Thrones is on the rise. We're making changes to Harry Potter. Yeah. Where was 2016? Where was Attack on Titan? When season 2?
Season.
Or were they
They might be. They might have been on season 2.
season 2? Wow, can you imagine that? 2016 vibes. Season 2 of
Had
Attack
no
on Titan.
clue.
That's crazy.
No clue.
Can you
of
imagine?
what was to come with Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Wow. I'm ready. Before we get into the episode and the recap, Lex, anything you want to go ahead and mention that you did that was fun, or anything that's new or exciting?
I like redid my room over the weekend. There's a full mirror now up, and I used contact paper and
Yeah.
redid my whole desk. My whole desk is now a dark wood.
I know I did a little well job.
Yeah, you sure did.
yeah.
And it came out beautiful, actually. Fit
I
like
know.
a glove. It was so. Oh, I know. No, it came out amazing. Thank you.
Honestly,
I love having machinist family members.
I'm glad how it turned out, because a lot of times with like thin material like that, if you go and apply heat and too much heat, it'll go ahead and it'll start like warping and bending a little bit.
Yeah.
But make sure to go ahead and just keep everything intact and stuff.
Yeah, it
you
was
know,
really
and,
good.
and all that. So it was good.
Great workmanship. For those of you who don't know, I not thrifted. I got it off OfferUp, this like vintage mirror, and it's huge. And it just has these little like railings down the side to like hook onto obviously the desk it's supposed to be. But I don't have the desk that's supposed to be with it. I just have the mirror. So Dad measured it. He had the idea that he's like, well, since we won't have to, you know, drill it into the wall or
Yep.
make sure that it's secure behind your desk, we'll just basically a metal thing like that, and then there's these little notches that the mirror sits on it, and yeah, it actually fit perfectly like a
Nice.
glove. It was so easy to install it.
Awesome.
So now I have a mirror, and I'm very pleased with it.
Very good.
And other than that, it's just been work.
Yeah.
Same old, same old.
Me and Zebra Cakes, we built a little something for Winnie the bunny.
Did you get a
And,
little obstacle course?
We've been using different things. Like she will go ahead and make different things for little obstacle course outside and stuff. You know, a lot of just little cardboard boxes and stuff. You know, creating little like castles and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I'll just show you what I was working on yesterday.
Oh my god. It's like a full-on hutch.
It was like a 2-level
Which is
rabbit
really good.
hutch.
A full-on hutch for her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And she is afraid to climb up to the 2nd level.
Oh, she'll get used to it. Yeah.
She
She'll
so
get into her own.
Ronnie went ahead and placed her over in the 2nd level, and it has 2 ramps, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was getting ready to go ahead and very like hesitantly and very like cautiously like started putting like little, you know, rabbit paws over on the edge of the ramp, ready to go downwards, right? And then all of a sudden
Start slipping.
it took a couple steps. It got to the middle. Next thing you know, I think that she tried to like rotate
Yeah.
and turn around. Her back legs almost like slipped off of the ramp, and she just full on just like jumped.
Panic jumped.
She jumped, and she like thankfully landed over onto, because the way the hutch is, so we got like the hutch, right? And then there's like little playpen surrounding the hutch so that she also has room.
Yeah.
Like almost like a little like front lawn, you
She
know?
has plenty of room. Yeah.
Yeah,
She has
so
her own
she's
little- She has her own deck.
So she just full on just panic jumped into her own like little like
In her
bedding
front. Yeah.
out there. So she's still getting used to,
Maybe she meant to do that.
yeah.
Maybe she's like, oh yeah.
yeah, she meant to go ahead next, you know, just slip and then just jump.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
built a
I'm
cool
glad
little
that you guys
rabbit
are really
hutch.
giving her plenty of room and stuff, and
Yeah.
having her own spaces. I'm sure she's thriving.
Yeah, we actually, with the hutch and with even like the gate that we have around it, we would like to find a way to give her more room, because the hutch takes up quite a bit of space, you know, and yeah, it's 2-level, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think she's so used to just being like, well, not free roam, you know, but like there's times where we will go ahead and we'll kind of block off little areas over in the living room, you know, so that she can just run around the living room.
Yeah, she has her space to be active.
So she's around the living room with like the dogs and stuff, you know, and I think that now it's just kind of like a more confined a little bit. That she got a little
You're gonna have to house
personality.
train her.
She got a little spunkiness to her.
She goes parkour.
Parkour, yeah. So yeah, we got that done pretty late last night, and then we're just like staring at little Winnie, just seeing, you know, where you gonna go into your hutch? Go into your hutch.
That's the most fun thing. I love to just like stare at my chinchillas. So I'm like, what are you doing?
But then
What are you guys doing?
all of a sudden, whenever you go ahead and you see like Winnie getting a little curious and like getting close to the hutch, getting close to one of the ramps, like she can go up it. All she does, she just goes and she just like gets close to it, rubs chin, which is good.
Yeah, she rubs her
right?
chin on it.
Rubs chin, looks down, and then just goes, like starts munching on the
biting
wood,
on
and
it.
we're like, hey, like what are you doing?
She's just trying to shave down her teeth.
And then she goes and she like looks, and you just see like just like the paint is gone from that
Yeah,
area.
that spot. She
We're
bit
like,
it all off.
dude.
Dude, that's not untreated wood.
Speaking of paint, though, yeah, Ronnie wants to go ahead and kind of paint certain parts of the hutch inside.
It's got to be high up where she won't bite it, because if it's a wooden hutch, she's gonna nibble on anything and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much the way it goes is that the roof, it opens up, right, and then you go and you see the inside of the roof is just like brown wood. So Ronnie wants to go ahead and you know, go ahead and paint all that,
Decorate
something
it.
cute and all that, you know. To show me a couple of different things. There's like these little bunnies that are like almost like doing little cute little activities and stuff, you know,
That's
and all
cute.
that. And so yeah, definitely spoiling this
Yeah, she deserves
cute little bunny that we found,
She's
like
floppy.
a
She
stray
deserves
Pokemon.
I know. You guys are literally training your Pokemon. She's so cute.
Yeah, I think it was like last week, but when we had her kind of free roaming over in the front living room with the dogs, you know, Nico and Harvey.
I'm glad she's so comfy with them, and that the dogs know to be like.
So Nico and Harvey were kind of like roughhousing a little bit, right? And they were like kind of close, and then they started like rolling around. They started getting closer over to Winnie, and I never seen her do this before, but Winnie literally like she like stopped, kind of got in like a little crouch position, and then when the dogs got close, literally like just like not jumped up, but like got up over on her back hind legs, and she like almost like went like a little like push towards them.
Oh yeah, like a kick.
Yeah.
Kick push, yeah.
Yeah, like it was kind of like
Like an
that.
upright, like bah.
It looked like she literally was
Like a kangaroo.
they're getting close, and she was like what?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. She was
You
like, hey,
know?
back up.
Yeah.
Hey, back up. I'm
I
glad
was
that
like-
she's so
I was
confident.
like, whoa, what the?
Yeah,
He's
like, aren't you a prey animal? Why are you squaring
that's
up to
crazy.
this dog right now? That
Yeah,
is so funny.
She's got some cool like just like spunkiness
She's
to her.
spunk. She got spunk.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harvey's just like finding new ways to go ahead and like annoy
her. Yeah.
Well, annoy like Ronnie too. Like, oh my
Oh.
gosh, he's such a Sour Patch Kid. Oh my gosh,
Is he,
he'll
like-
go ahead and he'll do something that's like. He's just like a little stinker, you know? He'll go ahead and he'll start chewing on something he's not supposed to be chewing on. He'll go ahead and he'll just like randomly drop or break something or make a mess or whatever it is.
Ruin something.
And then he'll go ahead and he'll like give you this little look, and then he'll go ahead and he'll want to like be your shadow and just get
Yeah.
all close to you.
Like,
And
I'm
like,
sorry,
what
I'll
are you
be
doing,
with
dude?
you.
Don't be
It's like,
like,
no.
I know what you did. Man,
Yeah.
come on. He's such a little
Gaslight
Sour
me.
Patch Kid. And Nico's just like the perfect little angel.
Yeah.
Well, not even little, but he's
Nico's
just
like,
the perfect
dang,
angel.
this guy's ruining it for me.
Yeah.
And
that's
Nico
crazy.
probably like like when Harvey does something bad, Nico's like, oh no.
He probably just like, oh,
Oh no,
shit.
they're gonna be in a
Uh-oh.
bad mood now. With his worried little eyebrows.
Times where he literally just will like try to just walk away from the situation.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm not a part of this.
to blame. I'm not
Hell
involved.
no.
Good for you, Nico.
Yeah.
Stand up for yourself.
Yeah. But built a cool hutch. And we were looking at different hutches and stuff, you know, and we found one that's kind of like reasonable wise, and
Yeah. Especially like good quality hutches are always going to be expensive.
Yeah. Tish says Hito's like that. They would yell at me like, motherfucker, don't talk back.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Isn't it kind of, it's cool to go ahead and see like the little personalities in like these like animals and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, Blue be talking back to me too. I'd be trying to get him to say I love you or do tricks, and he'll just be like, "Nyah, nyah, nyah, nyah." He's yelling at me, and I'm like, don't argue with me. Don't be arguing. Whisper, quieter. Don't be arguing.
Yeah.
I swear he's trying to argue with me.
It's funny too. Whenever Harvey and Nico, like Harvey's a little instigator, so he'll go ahead and he'll start trying to like nibble at Nico's ear or at his like paw or whatever and stuff, you know. So he's just like, no, he's trying to go and nibble. He's trying to go ahead and bite and try to tease Nico. And he's doing like little noises. He's like, right?
Yeah.
And then the moment that Nico gets him back good, it's just a high pitch. It's just a high pitched like wail.
Yeah.
Like
the worst thing is happening.
Yeah. And
like, no, dude, you brought that on yourself.
I know I shouldn't think it's funny because he doesn't get him. It doesn't hurt him or anything. You know, it's just funny. More like when Nico goes out there and kind of like, you know, reacts and stuff, and actually kind of, you know, gets Harvey back a little bit. It's just like a little yelp. And then of course Harvey just immediately goes back at it again and just like tries to go ahead and annoy Nico. Yeah.
Izo just sucks blankets, but my Tism won't let me because it feels all weird on my skin.
Oh, he just sucks on the blankets?
Ew.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've heard of like cats like to like suck on things.
Really?
I've heard of that before.
That's crazy. I have not heard that. But that's kind of interesting. Wow.
Just sucks on the blankets. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Blue be drooling, so I gotta wash my stuff all the time because he's such a drooler.
Yeah. Oh, also me and Zebra Cakes, we got one of those, not a Roomba, but it's like one of the ones that are like a different brand. But we had to get one.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much just dog fur just kind of floating around over. We had the hardwood floors.
It's hard when you have dogs.
And then the stairs are
only
carpet.
So many times.
The stairs are carpet, so we already know it's just a bunch of fur that's just stuck on the carpets,
packed up in there.
Right?
You're gonna need to get the little like rubber squeegees to get it out.
Yeah, we have like a little handheld, like little like carpet cleaner thing and stuff that we use. But yeah, so we're like, we got to go ahead and invest in one of these little, you know, it's not a Roomba.
I like it.
We call it the Shumba or the Fumba or the Boomba, you know, just whatever, the little knockoffs and stuff, you know. But we looked and the reviews were pretty good for it, you know. And for some of the Roombas, the reviews were actually pretty inconsistent.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the heck? Okay.
Always look at reviews, guys.
It's funny because Ronnie's been using it this week. You know, while like I'm at work or whatever and stuff, where she's at home and she's working and stuff, and she'll go ahead and she'll try to let it just clean on its own, and all of a sudden she'll just hear like that thing just runs into like a table or just runs into a wall or something, or runs into, you know, some sort of furniture, and so Ronnie, so what she can do is she can actually control it, you know. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she does that. She says, yeah, I control, like it's like a little like
a
one
little
of those remote control
RC car.
cars. Yeah.
Little RC car.
Yeah.
Robo vacuum
or regular. Yeah, it's one of those little just like Roomba. It's a vacuum mop type thing.
Yeah. Like we have one like it that Mom got for Christmas, and Mom's been using it like every day, sometimes twice a day, because that thing is just great.
Yeah.
We call her Rosie because that's the name of the Jetsons robot, the Jetsons made robot. Everyone needs a Rosie, you know? That's what we should be training AI to do our chores for us so that we can do art. Don't train it to do art so we can do chores. Train it to do chores so we can do art.
Yeah. There you go. Jacob's asking, AJ, what do you think about live action Chobro? I love him. I think they did a really great job with Chopper for the live action. I had my concerns a little bit. You know, I was a little skeptical with some of the when they finally had a teaser for Chopper, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about how Chopper looks and stuff, you know. But I mean, how can you not go ahead and fall in love with the story and then the way that they so many people really enjoyed Dr. Hidaluke's portrayal in the live action. You're gonna go and see. I'm telling you, that's probably gonna be one of the things where you get really emotional. And for anybody that watches it, you know, I think it's a very emotional scene. There's a couple of them where in this season where like you kind of find back to tears a little bit. You know, you're like, wow. But he did a phenomenal job at actor, and then people are like, "This actor literally needs to be in more work. Like, how is this person not like
this is a gem?
Yeah, like, how is he not getting more work?
Even more recognition.
And he's just some
because
like
he's got a
older
12-year contract.
I don't know. He's one of those characters where he's part of like a thinking of the backstory. You know. So you go ahead and you kind of learn about Chopper's story, and then you know so Dr. like Hidaluke is part of the backstory, and the story is they did a great job.
Like his acting.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad that like these little not little passion projects. That's such an understatement of the One Piece live action, but that I love it when they're hiring. We've talked about it before, but when they hire new talent, it's not just the same 12 faces you see in all these movies all the time. Not saying that, you know, they're not well deserved. Obviously, these people are getting casted because they're good actors, but it's nice to see a fresh face with some fresh talent. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Very refreshing.
It's there's nothing wrong with getting a well-known actor to, you know, to play a character, and maybe like that it happens, you know, once a season or something, you know.
Yeah.
That way they kind of have, you know, a little bit of that star power as these actors kind of grow their star power. And it's happening very quickly.
Yeah.
You know, but
quicker than they anticipated too.
I think that yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about it where like, live action Attack on Titan, like they have to cast actors who aren't as recognizable, you know? And that's how it really resonates, and you see them kind of grow into the role and as these characters. But what's interesting too is, what's up, Eddie? Welcome, man.
Hey, Eddie.
Hope you're doing well.
Wow, we haven't even started reading yet. You're on
yeah, man, you're
here early. Yeah.
So what's really cool is that I've been seeing a little bit like of these kind of these actors talk about their experience a little bit, and they talk about when they go into the auditioning process, it's under code names, right? So they don't know necessarily the product that they're auditioning for.
Yeah.
And they also don't know who they're auditioning for. So
they're just going at it at the best.
Yeah, they just go into it, and maybe they give them kind of a general kind of, you know, different script or whatever to read and stuff, you know, that kind of maybe is aligned with the tone or aligned with the character and stuff, you know. But what's crazy is so many people are I guess thirsting is the right word, maybe, I don't know, for this guy Smoker in season 2. Anyways, I heard him talk about his auditioning process and stuff, you know, and he was asked like did you know anything about One Piece? He goes, nothing. Didn't know anything about it. He goes, I just went in, you know, auditioned for a role, and didn't say what the role was. And it's crazy because, you know, I thought that from what I gauged from it, you know, when they said that I got the part, and I was like, okay, what did they cast me as? I'm thinking, well, maybe from what I gathered, I'm gonna be this character, maybe this like, I don't know, kind of like Ant-Man, where I'm gonna be growing and shrinking and stuff, you know, and all that. And it's kind of crazy where that's so far from his character,
from what,
you know. So what he ended up doing,
they just give some kind of adjacent comparison for anonymity of the script.
So he just thought that he was going to be almost like a One Piece version of like whoever Ant-Man is or something like that. He's like,
I don't really know.
Hey, cool, I get to go ahead and grow and shrink. Then he goes, well,
that's crazy.
What I realized, the character that I am portraying, I was like, okay, this is pretty badass.
Yeah,
you know?
like, okay, this is pretty cool.
So it's cool. But yeah,
Can't complain.
I think it's cool that they don't go ahead necessarily know, unless I think that there's specific fan casts and stuff, you know. Like Ace is going to be, that's been fan cast a lot, and so the actor they fan cast is going to be Ace. And then same thing, like let's say if Jamie Lee Curtis would have gotten the role, like she would have known who she's going to be playing. You know, she would have known for sure. And he says most of the time productions are very secretive. Especially for big projects, like anything Marvel related, anything, you know, now with One Piece.
Like One Piece.
Just they're very secretive with anything production wise, because they're not trying to let anything leak and all that stuff, you know. And they want whatever anybody, the general audience and fans, they want their first look at certain things to be through like teaser trailers or whatever and stuff, you know. And if they can pull that off, more power to you. And it does make it special, but it's hard. It's hard to go ahead and kind of keep everything secret.
Yeah.
So many like on-set photos or whatever, so many different whatever it is, you know.
Situations.
Yeah, like people can go ahead and find different stuff.
Behind the scenes parties.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, what's cool too is like they like Netflix has been posting this cool little like behind the scenes stuff of like, you know, actors who obviously are not in their, you know, costumes and stuff, but they go and they talk about different things, or they have them like the actors who play Kobe and Helmeppo from season 1, you know, Kobe, and then Helmeppo is the other one who ends up becoming, you know, eventually the, you know, the friend of Kobe towards the end of it. You know, he's kind of an annoying character early on. So they had both actors there, and they're like, okay, you get to go ahead and grab any item to describe this One Piece series, right?
Yeah.
Of season 2. You get to choose any item, right? And so they're literally going through like different wardrobes or like different like on-set stuff or whatever. And they're like, you got 30 seconds, go, whatever. So they're like running and stuff, you know, and they're going and trying to look. And it's interesting. So Kobe's actor, he goes and he presents something. And he's like, okay. He goes, you know what I got? He goes, I got this. And it's literally Chopper's foot.
Oh.
And so Helmeppo's actor, he just goes, oh my gosh, you got a rabbit's foot.
Yeah,
like, you got a rabbit's foot. Wow. That's so cool. He goes, you know what I got? And some of you might know the reference from this. If for any One Piece fans, I know you're not going to know, Alex. But he grabbed a golden hook. And he just goes, season 2, you're going to be hooked and stuff, you know?
That's cute.
But the golden hook is in reference to a very secretive character. So kind of interesting that he grabbed that. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Like, hello?
You're showing that, huh?
Hey, that's
all right.
some good, I'm forgetting all of my words today. That's some good marketing.
Yeah. It looks like it's just fun for these actors to go ahead and kind of just like, you know.
Yeah. How it should
like,
be.
do marketing, but like, you know, do it in. You know what, honestly, what I really enjoy is the camaraderie, like, from these actors that they have.
Yeah.
You know, because I've been seeing interviews and stuff too, and like with Buggy's actor, you know, Jeff Ward, and then I don't know the name of the actor, but the one who plays Mihawk. Like, they were doing like some sort of, you know, like they were having a cool little conversation interview type thing, you know, at like a one of those like con events or whatever and stuff, you know, yeah, like a panel, yeah. And they were there, and you could tell they know their stuff, like One Piece stuff, because they're talking about stuff that happens later on. They're like, yeah, you know, Miyagi like, yeah, you know, it's eventually this guy's gonna go ahead and be kind of like the captain, or whatever. I'm like, oh, well, and then you know, it's just kind of like they both have just cool banter. I'm like, every time I see like One Piece stuff, whether it's with the actual Straw Hats or with any of the other actors involved, like they have so much fun, and like they're just the camaraderie on set is like incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
that's really nice to see.
And I think that like if they maintain that, I think
they'll be golden.
I think that they can get till 10 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
That's
we'll
cool.
see what ends up happening, but like it's cool to go ahead and see that come like behind the scenes stuff. All right, guys. I think that we should go ahead and finally get into the episode breakdown discussion.
Why are you guys here?
Yeah, exactly. Tish says Steven, is that his name? It probably is, but yeah. I was kind of surprised, not surprised, but like Helmeppo's actor, he seems like such a cool person. Like it's so crazy. Like I don't know, and he just plays like such like a pretentious like little a-hole in like, you know, One Piece.
It's usually how it happens.
Yeah. So he just seems like he's just so goofy. He's just like such a coy. This guy is gonna fight this guy. Imagine. I'd hate to be the actor that spoils something, you know, over on like a panel or something. I'm like, oh wait, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Tom Holland, right? All right. Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do a little recap. We talked last week about Yelena right?
Yeah.
Yelena is important because Yelena arrives onto
On her high horse right now.
Yeah, she's having a little conversation with the prisoners, the heroes of Shiganshina, right?
Yes.
As she says, and she talks about how it's an honor to go ahead and see you all, and
They're
the
literally
Sheen's
imprisoned.
reunions are behind bars. And anyways, just like Lexi said, she's very much on her high horse, and she is also very unhinged, and not to say that she was wrong in taking out this very annoying Jaegerist member, Grice, but Grice is another character too that also got very,
Definitely made a statement.
he got a little ego-minded and ego-driven, and he was, talking some shit to Niccolo about Sasha, and Yelena went ahead and
Don't be doing that, man.
boom, boom, took him out.
Talking crap about a deceased,
Right there.
girl in front of him.
Shot him in the head right there in front of everybody that's there behind those
he
bars,
deserved
and that even Sasha's family and kids and stuff, and
Yeah.
everybody is in a panic. Everybody is in shock and terror.
Yeah.
While Yelena is just like cold-blooded and just like boom, and then
Well, they're
turns
literally
to everybody.
imprisoned by this woman that just shot her ally because she didn't agree with what he said.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to? You're not supposed to feel the safest.
Yeah. And Yelena is trying to explain essentially the plan because, she tells them like that, what does she say? It's just like that they want like there's no need to refer to anybody as devils anymore, and believe me when I tell you is that the goal is that we've been working towards is not petty, not hollow. It's not about taking revenge on Marley, right? It's to sever the chains of hate from this world, and in doing so to save both Eldia and Marley.
Blurring
We're
the
done with
lines
secrets.
between Eldians and Marlians.
Yeah. Says, we're done with secrets, and it's high time you learn the truth. Let me lay out the plan that will save the world. And this plan is called the Euthanization Plan.
For my God, Zeke.
But yeah, Yelena is trying to go ahead and talk to them in a way where she's trying to maybe build trust, or I don't know, but maybe it's not necessarily trust. Maybe it's just, she feels like she's really in control here of the situation and stuff, We understand that Connie is still very, very pissed about the situation.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. We talked about that last week. Onion Capone is like doing his best to kind of, I don't want to say stay in the middle, but like, he's not
getting involved. He's not really placing himself on choosing sides.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Trying not to get too close to placing himself on a side. He's kind of just he's there.
Yeah. And then the other part that we talked about was with Gabi, and Gabi was alone over in this room, and then Aaron and a guard walk in to Gabi's surprise, and as Aaron talks about this plan, right, he tells Gabi, I need your help if you want to save your friend, right? We need to pretty much put out a distress signal to lure out the infiltrators. Well, pretty much as he's saying that sentence, one of those infiltrators literally walks into that room.
Yeah.
And it's Peak, to Gabi's surprise. And we see how surprised and how
She's so confused.
Gabi is also just so happy that we see almost just like tears of just
She was so deep in thought of just being locked up on her own in this tower like some princess, and thinking about, the betrayal that Zeke has done to her, thinking about where do my alliances lie?
Yeah.
How do I get out of this? And then seeing Peak there is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I thought I was done for.
Absolutely. And then just when Gabi thought Peak was there to save the day, well, it turns out that maybe Aaron knew that Peak wasn't going to kill him because, Aaron knows how this is going. He also knows that Peak wasn't given orders to go ahead and take the founder and stuff, and so Aaron is pushing back.
Yeah, Eddie, that's rough.
And eventually Peak says, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't kill you. I'm not here to kill you. As a matter of fact, all I want is this. And Peak lays out, the stipulations. He's
like, actually, I'll help you.
Pretty much we'll pick it up at that point. But what's important is to understand that like Peak is also fighting for her dad. Her dad was very sick, and he was able to get, thankfully, the treatment that he needed because of the being an honorary Marleyan, in part because that of Peak being that warrior, right? And there's other things that Peak wants to kind of take care of in order to help out Eren, right? And this is not what Gabi was expecting. Gabi did not expect this at all, and then we're gonna go ahead and kind of pick up right at that point. That's where we last left off, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some AOT vibes on 1 second. Alrighty, guys. So at this time, we're gonna go ahead and get ready for our episode breakdown and discussion. All right. And again, guys, this is season 4, episode 16, Above and Below. This is part 3.
Headphone warning. I'm voicing Gabi.
Yeah, there you go. You have been warned.
You've been warned. I'm voicing Gabi.
Let's see.
Lubricate the vocal cords.
Okay. Are you ready, Lex? Okay, here we go. We continue the episode as Peak offers her help to Eren Yeager as long as Marley's empire is crushed. Speaking of crushed, Gabi now has to deal with the feeling of betrayal yet again.
First, I found out that Zeke planned the attack on Liberio. And now you? I thought you were trying to show the world we're good Eldians. If we just work hard and prove that, then one day we'll be set free. Tell me, what have we been fighting for if not that?
A rage-filled Gabi now points the rifle directly at Peak.
You're the same as Zeke, a worthless traitor!
But Peak responds to Gabi.
Let me ask you, what are we?
Peak now slowly walks towards Gabi.
Are we Marleyan or Eldian? Which one comes first?
Gabi, still pointing the gun at Peak.
We're
answers.
Marleyans first!
Yeah.
Honorary Marleyans!
But Peak corrects Gabi.
Not so. Above all else, we're subjects of Ymir.
Peak now takes the rifle away from Gabi.
That's one truth which we can never escape. No matter what we call ourselves, we're a people who can turn or be turned into titans.
Peak now becomes very serious.
But as both of us saw at Fort Slava, the power of titans is on its way out as we speak. Once it becomes obsolete, the Marleyans will have no use for us. They'll slaughter us without a second thought.
Gabi is stunned and at a loss for words.
It doesn't matter how hard we work to try and prove that we're good Eldians. They will put us down like animals before they ever set us free. We have to secure our right to live on our own hands, even if that means getting them dirty.
Eren now steps up to the both of them, with his right hand raised, preparing to make a move. I need proof. If you honestly intend to cooperate with us, then back up your words with action. Gabi becomes fearful as Peak immediately responds.
I'll show you where to find the soldiers who snuck into town with me.
Eren asks, how exactly? Peak explains.
If you take me up to the roof of this building, I can point them out for you.
Eren slowly lowers his right hand as he responds. Fine. Okay. Interesting.
That right hand with the little paper cut on the, like he was taking a blood
Yeah.
pressure test.
What's interesting-
He has a little paper cut on his finger.
Is that in the episode, as he like drops his hand and he like he's getting ready to go and put it down, right? There's a little bit of steam just goes like,
Yeah, you could see him like heal it real quick.
yeah. He heals it up really quickly.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, this paper cut kind of hurts, so let's heal it up real quick.
So as we were, what I was talking about the recap, right? And what Peak was willing to go and offer.
Yeah, Peak is scheming right now.
Peak wants to help Eren Yeager only and as long as Marley's empire is crushed. And interesting there, and we learn more about that, you know, with her explanation to Gabi, because we see that Gabi is continuously confused, and Gabi thinks that an ally has arrived, and all of a sudden an ally exposes himself as like this traitor, as I say in air quotes, you know, to at least to Gabi's understanding, and it's just a lot.
We know how Gabi thinks.
We know
He's
that
very closed-minded.
Absolutely, and we know that like Gabi, we've talked about it. Like Gabi is processing all these different things, even as recent as like just what Gabi has caused as far as pain to, you know, these in her, you know, mind and her words, these so-called devils, and she's beginning to understand and like, wow, like, you know, this pain, it's both sides, both nations, anywhere, they're feeling it, you know, and like there's some similarities there and stuff, you know, and like even the shock and surprise that even like a Marleyan would try to go ahead and kill her and stuff, you know, and then there's just so much that's happening, you know, and even when she starts to go ahead and trust somebody like Kaya goes out there and tries to kill her, and it's just like there's so much happening.
They all have good reason.
Her closest ally, they have valid reasons.
They're all valid.
But her closest ally, really, Falco, is you know, he needs help. He needs to be saved. He needs to be, you know, he drank the wine, and there's just so much happening, and you know, Gabi was solely focused on a specific goal and an accomplishment, and being like the kind of like the prodigy, right, through that training and stuff, you know, and being very talented and very strong, very brave, and pretty much getting what she, you know, wanted. Now that her world's being turned upside down, it's like, what does Gabi even want now? Like, you know, and we kind of get a little bit more of a idea when she resorts to, you know, kind of old habits a little bit, right? So now kind of going on to that conversation.
It is easy to go back to what you think you know.
Yeah. And in that, like, you know, Gabi tells, like, she tells Peak, like, first I found out that Zeke planned the attack on Liberia, and now you? I thought you were going to try to show the world that we are good Eldians. Like, think about that, right? Like,
it's crazy how she said we are good Eldians.
Yeah.
And when she was asked, she was like, we're honorary Marleyans. Like, that's what you were trained to say, girl.
Yeah.
That's what you were trained to say. Think for yourself every once in a while.
She goes, if we just work hard and prove that, then one day we'll be set free. Tell me, what have we been fighting for if not that? Right? You're the same as Zeke, a worthless traitor. It just, everything there just goes to show that her mind's all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, Gabi, like Lexy literally just said, almost like a fraudulent slip of like, you know, but we're going to show the world that we're good Eldians. Like, I think you meant to use the word Marleyans, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's how you kind of associate yourself with, and, you know, but no, she referred to herself and Peak as Eldians, and talked about how, like, you know, what have we been fighting for if not to prove that we are good Eldians, and to work hard and to be set free one day, be set free as honorary Marleyans. Like, that's how, again, for context and clarity, that's what she's referring to here. She's referring to being set free as becoming a literal weapon.
Yeah.
Becoming like a warrior. And like Lexi said,
Because
becoming a
that's the
Marleyan.
system that she grew up in. I mean, at the end of the day, Gabi is a child, but the system that she grew up in, she like fully gave into their propaganda. She fully is honed into them. Like, she is, you know, that's her team, that's her ride or die, whatever. Like, I'm gonna be a Marleyan because that's what she was taught, is that being a Marleyan is the ultimate thing to be. And she is still, after seeing everything she's seen and experiencing everything she's experienced, and it actually makes a little more sense now that she is honing so close into this rhetoric that she's so used to, that she's always lived by, because when things are, you know, when you, what you think you know is suddenly changed, the easiest thing to do is to just deny it and then go back to your ways. That's the easiest thing to do. Especially, you know, she's probably been sitting up in this tower thinking on and on and on about, okay, well, he's just a traitor, and she's trying to like compartmentalize all this in her mind, and she's just using Marley the Marleyan like propaganda and their rhetoric to
Yeah.
her to logic this out for herself so that it makes sense to her.
Yeah.
But now Peak is here and Aaron are conspiring together now, and
logic
now
is
she's
all out
like,
the window.
yeah, she's like, oh my god, how am I supposed to put the Marleyan propaganda to this? Like, how does this translate now? Because I mean, it's kind of like birds that were always shamed for flying. Once one flies, they're gonna think that there's something wrong with it, you know, because it's what you know and it's what you're comfy with. You know, it's easier to stay closed-minded and stick with what you know and try to rationalize it that way. And because she is a child, it makes sense that she's doing it that way.
Yeah.
But obviously, Peak and Aaron, they're like, we don't care.
Yeah, they really don't.
We do not give a fuck about you pointing that rifle at me. Okay, girl, you're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
Yeah, Peak asks a question to Gabi saying, what are we? Are we Marleyan or are we Eldian?
Yeah,
And-
what comes first for you?
And then Gabi, you know, again, like,
Almost like she was like trained to do that and just
yeah, she answers, we're Marleyans first, honorary Marleyans. That's when Peak has to go ahead
that's
and
what you were
explain.
taught to say.
You know, like, this is where the logic doesn't necessarily align anymore with Gabi, and that's because Peak is about to go ahead and explain something that doesn't kind of go along with whatever logic whatever logic Gabi believes to be.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when Peak explains, like,
You're
above all else, we are subjects of Ymir. That's one truth which we can never escape. So no matter what, she goes, no matter what we call ourselves, right, we are people who can turn or be turned into Titans.
And that's just a fact.
Like, can turn or be turned. So that again is to go
Willingly
ahead and
and
show
unwillingly.
exactly, like, whether we are the ones accepting that fate or whether we're the ones are being like almost punished with that fate.
Yeah.
Like
Unwillingly forced to be used as a Titan.
yeah, like we are essentially supposed to be these Titans, and Peak says, and this is where Peak starts getting very serious. We don't see Peak serious very often. I think she's more kind of like not lackadaisical, but
monotone.
more like a little nonchalant and kind of like, you know, just we don't ever see that.
She rolls with the punches.
Yeah, but yeah, Peak gets serious and says, but as both of us saw at Fort Slava, the power of Titans is on its way out as we speak. And once it becomes obsolete, the Marleyans will have no use for us. Like, those are some strong words of warning right there. Like, think about that. From what we saw, right, back over at that place over in Fort Slava, right, that the power of Titans is on its way out. Once there's no more Titans, right? Marleyans don't have a use for Eldians.
Yeah. Then what do you think will happen, Gabi?
Yeah.
Then what?
Peak says they'll slaughter us without a second thought.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how hard we work, right, or try to prove that we're good Eldians. They will put us down like animals before they ever even set us free. Because we have to secure our right to live with our own hands, and even if it means getting them dirty. Like, that is a big, like, awakening right there. That's a big, like, wake-up call.
Like, I'm just going to straight up tell you, Gabi.
Yeah.
Take life into your own hands, otherwise you being an Eldian will be the death of you.
Like, think about how real this conversation is that Peak is having with Gabi in front of Aaron.
Yeah.
Like, Peak isn't putting on this little facade or trying to bullshit or trying to go out there and just use words.
She's not trying to keep, like, she's not, like you said, she's not like mincing words or anything. Like, she's straight up telling Gabi like it is in front of Aaron, like knowing that Aaron's gonna also have an understanding of their situation as well.
Yeah.
Almost like vulnerability.
Yeah. I mean, this is like almost as if like Aaron's not even in the room. you know? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's how serious this conversation
is. Like, all right, guys.
I know. Literally, he's like,
Guys,
all right, I've had enough of this.
Cut my finger.
Yeah. And so, you know, this is something that Gabi is still trying to understand, even after all these different experiences that, you know, Gabi has been forced to experience or has been a part of or has been the cause of.
Yeah.
Gabi
so much
is
for Marley.
having so many of these reality checks.
Yeah.
You know.
And she's been like rewarded by Marley too.
Yeah,
You know, like the
absolutely.
things that she's done, she has gotten rewarded for and she's gotten praised for. So she's like, obviously this must be good.
Yeah.
No way Marley would be bad. No, it's because you're a good soldier, Gabi.
Mm-hmm.
They only care if you're obedient.
Yeah. And Aaron now at this point needs to know from Peak how serious she is,
Yeah.
right? This is essentially like the same
Put
thing
your money where your mouth is.
to like a, I want to say smaller degree, you know, but this is essentially what Flock proposed to the, you know, Jaegerist recruits of those like, all right, well, words are one thing, but actions are another. So show me, right, by beating up the commandant,
Yeah.
right?
Show me.
Here, Aaron is like I need proof, right?
With your actions.
So if you honestly intend to cooperate with us, then back up your words with action. And without hesitation, Peak says, "I'll show you where to find the soldiers who snuck into town with me." Another shock to Gabi, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, and now this person's willing to go ahead and sell out like her allies?
I thought this was
Wow.
Aaron is the enemy. You saw what he did to our home.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really your home.
Yeah. Peak probably like somehow deep inside was like, damn, like low key, like Marley deserved this, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know?
But Peak, do you think Peak had the plan that what she was going to do when she said, I'll take you up on the roof? Or do you think she was like, okay, let's think about it. I'll make it cool and I'll point at him. And then
I want to say that this was somewhat very methodical, knowing that if I walk into this room and Aaron Yeager's there, like I better have a plan. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you can't go into that just like, you know,
and she's
I'll
really
just wing
good
it.
with it too, because when she first went in there, Aaron immediately called her bluff and was like, "You're not going to kill me." Like head to the barrel was like, "Go ahead. You don't have authorization to kill the founding Titan." Like I know I'm important.
I know that.
She's
I've
smart.
actually thought about this a little bit. I thought about it yesterday when doing the notes, and I was like, I know that Peak is very like smart, tactical, very strategic.
Yeah, she's very
and
perceptive of people.
I almost
situations.
felt as if there were going to be certain cues or certain words or certain kind of like conversation points that if Aaron mentions this, like, oh, I know that this is
Yeah.
like, I know that it's working, or I know that, you know, like,
Yeah.
I think there's certain kind of moments where,
Yeah.
like the moment where,
You can kind of read.
where when Aaron talks about how like, you know, I know you're not going to kill me, you know? And she almost was like, okay, you're right. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
Hey.
you're so right.
And then it's like
She
at that
like
point,
understands when she's like, "There's no point in arguing with him here." Okay, next.
she
next
like
course
knew,
of action.
yeah, what the next like part of the plan was. And then it's almost like
She's
the
very
moment that
flexible.
she was like, okay, I feel like Aaron is he's going to ask for proof. And at that point, it's kind of like, all right, I know what to say. So like when Aaron is like, all right, well, how exactly, you know?
Yeah.
And then she was just like, well, I'll show you blah, 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 you know? And it's like, okay, well, how are you going to do that? And she's like, well, I just, you know, take you up to the roof and stuff, you know?
I'll show you.
And
Okay.
so I felt like, again, it was very well thought out. And I know that I don't think that Peak would go into this plan or risk not just her, but also Gabi, you know, if she wasn't certain where, or at least more or less had an idea where that plan was going to go.
I also do think that Peak is just like perceptive and smart and very flexible on all variables on her own too. So she might even be like, okay, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do the best I can doing it. So she just rolled with the punches and she's just that good about it.
Yeah, very well could be the case for sure. But
I wouldn't put it past her.
but all of that part of the episode was something that Gabi could have never foreseen.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue.
Okay. Let me get a quick sip.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to drop some crazy Yelena news.
Yep. Let's do this. We continue the episode as the imprisoned Levi Squad members are being informed of the Jaeger brothers' plan. A surprised Armin asks, "They'll change our bodies so we stop having children?" Yelena confirms.
Correct. That is the heart of Zeke's euthanization plan. Once the Founder's power has done all its work, all suffering related to Titans will slowly come to an end. You'll fade away. Peacefully.
Jean, however, has some questions. Wait. How is that going to be peaceful? If the population of Eldians wither until we've all died out, then in this country's final years, it'll be nothing but old geezers. How can we be sure that we won't get massacred then? You think the world's just going to leave us alone? Yelena informs Jean and the others.
The rumbling can remain as a deterrent, as long as your people retain control of the founder, whilst ensuring that the royal bloodline doesn't die out. Fortunately, it seems Queen Historia has already been blessed with an heir, so assuming her child lives a long life, you just need to pass on the founder every 13 years.
A skeptical John tells Yelena, "You talk as if that's an absolute certainty, but it isn't." Yelena responds,
Certainties, sure things, they aren't real. Our world is full of risk and doubt. There isn't a nation in it that doesn't have its share of troubles. If there's one thing that's certain, it's that this era of tears and bloodshed is almost over. The age of Titans will soon be put to an end by Zeke and Aaron.
Yelena can be seen with a small grin on her face, thinking about this planned future.
There may be countless millennia of human history that have yet to pass. But even given that much time, will anyone ever accomplish an equal feat? The Jaeger brothers will be spoken of as legendary symbols for thousands of years to come, just as we speak today of ancient gods. Long after they're dead, they'll shine in mankind's memory. They'll be known as saviors who lit a path.
Yelena stops as she's interrupted, noticing Armin appearing to be crying to himself. A curious Yelena asks Armin,
Is something the matter?
An emotional Armin answers, "No, but to think that your cause was so noble. It just touched my heart." Yelena, after seeing a tearful Armin, begins to develop some tears of her own.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm so glad that you're able to understand.
This session, however, is interrupted as a soldier runs in. "Bad news, Yelena! We need you to come quick, please! We're being invaded!"
I'm crying.
To be continued.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Yelena and Armin have a moment.
Armin's such a softie, man.
I
I love
know.
him for it, but
Such an empath.
yeah, that's so real of him, though, to be like, wow, you're resolved. And she's like, I'm so happy. And he's like, doesn't mean I agree with you.
Armin is he's literally like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden she's like, "Wait, are you crying?"
Yeah, she's like, wait,
And then-
did I actually, you believe me? I touched you? Okay.
And then Armin like shows and literally has streams of tears on
Yeah,
his face.
yeah.
I'm like, what the
Armin.
hell? Armin, wow. I like
I
how
know that Jean's looking over at him like, oh,
no, if you look at the background, Jean literally is just kind of like, he's like
Yeah.
skeptical. He's skeptical the
Yeah.
entire time. He's like,
yeah.
And then Connie's literally he's just like, he's like you
Yeah,
can tell he wants to attend Armin.
Yeah.
He's like, "Armin,
I don't like when my friends cry.
are you okay?" Like,
Yeah.
Connie, I mean, Connie's got a good heart too. I know that he's heartbroken. He's been going through it, but I think that he's also.
Jean is like, is this real?
I know.
Is
I
this
think
a real
anybody
cry?
might have their suspicions if they're in that prison cell. But
Yeah.
here, I mean, just Yelena's kind of just like, wait a minute.
Are
Is he
you
understanding?
crying?
Is he? Does he actually?
You empathize
resonate?
with our plan?
Yeah.
That's great news.
Absolutely. So again, let's get into this plan. Again, we're talking about this
The euthanization.
euthanization plan.
Zeke's euthanization plan.
And, Yelena says that once the Founder's power has done its work, all suffering related to Titans will slowly come to an end. And she says, you will fade away peacefully. Mm-hmm. Right? Think about that. And what's crazy is that going through this yesterday and doing the just kind of like taking the notes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually, for whatever reason, just like became aware again that like this euthanization plan isn't a global plan. Like this is just for Eldians. This is just for, I'm like, wait a minute, that's right. Like, I don't know why I thought them like
The whole world.
that.
Well, probably because the rumbling was the whole world.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I was like, man, I was thinking like, you know what? Maybe there's just like this plan would eventually cause, just humankind like to cease to exist.
Yeah, extinction.
But-
But just Eldian extinction.
Yeah. What's up, Kai?
Okay.
Thoughts on Invincible? Woo! Haven't seen it.
I love that Jean is like, I don't like this plan
Haven't
because
seen
we'll
it,
all
buddy.
be old. We'll
I
all
know.
be
He's
old
like,
and
"Wait a
it'll be
minute."
pointless.
Literally, if Eldians cease to exist, we're just gonna die off.
okay.
We're just gonna get old. And who's gonna literally protect us once other nations?
Yeah,
other,
what's to stop people from then taking advantage of the fact that we're all, and I quote, old geezers?
Yeah, absolutely. Yelena said or informs again that like that rumbling can remain as a deterrent.
You just got to keep the founder.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going to stop them from going to capture the founder?
Yeah. Well, that's the
gonna
thing,
keep-
right? Like, let's
So
literally.
she's going to have an heir, but then how do you expect us to pass it on every 13 years if you stopped our ability to breed?
That essentially co-aligns with what Jean's question was. Like,
Yeah.
how are we going to prevent people from claiming or killing us?
They're going
or-
to want to get the founding Titan.
Absolutely, right? And
Elena, your plan doesn't make sense to us.
yeah, it doesn't. And so what's interesting here is with Yelena and how she phrases certain things and how she says it here, right? And I can't help but again go back to the theory that Eren is the father. Because when Yelena informs about this rumbling deterrent, and as long as the people retain control of the founder, right, the bloodline doesn't die out, she says, fortunately, it seems Queen Historia has already been blessed
Yeah.
with an heir. I'm like,
How do you know that?
she obviously knows that, with the word of Eren, that like Historia is pregnant,
Yeah.
right? And for her to say Queen Historia has been blessed with an heir, I'm like, this girl is so infatuated with the Jaeger family.
Yeah.
Is she like talking about blessing in terms of like, hey, this is going to be a bloodline of one of the Jaegers. This is going to be like Eren's child. I know this is a stretch. I know it, right? And I just couldn't help but go ahead and just think like the way Yelena
She has motives.
said that sentence
Yeah.
with like, well, good news is actually Queen Historia has been blessed with with an heir.
Ymir also, what I was thinking, not Ymir, Yelena
Yeah.
also likes to use very flowery speech. Like when she was like, honor, like heroes of parody, when she was trying to introduce them or what she's
True,
trying to
but I think
talk
that
to
was
them.
also sarcasm too, though. You
Yeah.
got to go ahead and kind of
That
see
too.
what version of Yelena is kind of like, well.
But I think because she's also talking to them about this plan, obviously she just gave them this whole euthanization plan and she's trying to clarify it with them and she's talking about like why this makes sense. I think that she's
Yeah.
using positive flowery speech to make it seem better. She's like, oh, she's been blessed with an heir. This is great news. You have great news now. You have an heir.
That's true.
That's royal blood.
Very
and
well could be it.
I think she's just trying to convince them that this is a good plan.
Yeah, but what about the next part here? She says, so assuming Eren's child lives a long life. I mean, imagine. Imagine.
She's like, yeah, so anyway, Aaron's the father. If she just straight up said that,
Yeah.
that's
So
why Armin's
assuming
crying.
Eren's child. And then that's when, Armin be like, huh?
Yeah. That's actually why Armin's
imagine
crying.
Mikasa.
Yeah.
Mikasa would be like, what the fuck did you say,
Are you
bitch?
kidding?
She's
Yeah.
like trying to get through the bars. What the fuck did you just
Yeah.
say?
Aaron's child. He's not a virgin.
Oh man, that'd be insane, huh? But anyway, so yeah, assuming that her child lives a long life, you just need to pass on the founder every 13 years. That still seems like such
So
a task of like
what is her idea to pass it on every 13 years?
13
She
years.
wants
That
to
just
give
seems
it to an
this
old
plan
person?
seems so unfair for Eldian still.
Yeah, because in 13 years, okay, so the heir will live a long life because you need that royal blood. So don't mess with the heir. The heir can't be transformed. Someone random is going to have to be transformed. But if it's every 13 years and they're not breeding, so at the end of whatever this, before everyone dies out, you're going to have some
So,
like 80-year-old
does that
that's
mean
gonna
that-
get the Titan?
Yelena is, I mean, not Yelena, I'm sorry, that Historia is still going to be just continuously breeding?
No, I don't think that. So with the euthanization plan, obviously they're going to change it so that no one can breed. No one can, we're using the word breed. No one can have a baby. No one can be fertile anymore. So I think what she's thinking is that, okay, you guys just need to pass on the founder every 13 years, assuming that her heir, the one heir that she can have.
Yeah, but they said
lives a long
royal
life.
family. So like there are holes in this plan
maybe
here.
she's talking about Aaron, Historia, and the baby, you know?
I know.
Maybe she
sitting
knows
in a
some
tree.
things. But that doesn't make any sense if she's like, you just need to pass on the founder every 13 years. You say it like it's so simple, Yelena, but at the end of their lifespan, they're going to need like this 75-year-old to get this founding Titan so that they still have it, because you have to pass it on every 13 years.
Yeah, this planet does. I'm with John here.
Has there ever been anyone that old who has turned into a founding Titan?
Oh
like,
my
you don't
gosh.
even know what side effects.
I mean, I wonder if it just.
That's not a good plan.
You know how the body heals? I wonder if it would just go ahead and bring youthfulness to the body again until eventually you get to that 13 years and then your body starts to go ahead and really. Yeah.
Just like Udi did.
Yeah, Udi just. Oh, man.
We're like, dude, what happened? Rough couple years or what?
So this plan is definitely.
Yeah, Jean's very valid in being like, what are you talking about?
You talk as if that's a certainty, but it isn't.
Yeah, it's not. Like, there's no way we can guarantee that that's going to happen to keep us safe. There's no way to guarantee that.
Yeah. And as if, it's like, I feel like Yelena is trying to be as transparent as she can be here, and also trying to reassure them. The next thing she says is like, certainty, sure things, they aren't real. Our world is full of risk and doubt. It's like, well, we're not just risking fucking money here. We're not just we're talking about literal
these are people's entire lives.
Yeah.
Like entire lifespans. Full every Eldian, every child of Ymir, you are talking about changing Eldians' lives.
Altering their DNA.
Yeah, altering their whole DNA and changing the trajectory of their lives forever until they become extinct.
Yeah.
This is not a simple, there isn't a nation that doesn't have its share of troubles. That's not the same thing, Yelena.
I know.
It's not the same.
Everybody's got problems.
She's totally trying to salesman pitch them.
Absolutely.
And it's not working, girl.
Yeah.
It's not working.
And then they're like, look, everybody's got issues, but if there's one thing that's for sure, it's that pretty much, what did you say, that era of tears and bloodshed is almost over.
Yeah. The age of Titans will soon be put to an end by Zeke and Aaron. Okay.
And this is where she starts getting a little weird with the fandom.
Yeah.
Right?
She starts smiling.
She's talking about how countless millennia of human history that we've yet to pass, but even given that much time, will anyone ever accomplish an equal feat? The Jaeger brothers will be spoken of as legendary symbols for thousands of years to come.
She's fangirling.
Just as we speak of ancient gods today, long after they're dead, they'll shine in mankind's memory. They'll be known as saviors. And I was like, what the fuck?
You're starting to preach genuinely now.
And then that's when Armin just puts on the waterworks.
Yeah.
And then literally, Yelena's like, huh?
What? I'm getting emotion.
What's wrong?
You crying?
Something the matter?
Yeah.
And then that's when Armin's like, no, but to think that your cause was so noble, it just touched my heart. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay.
That's
all right.
That's pretty good, Armin. That's pretty good.
Okay, Armin. He probably does stuff like this all the time,
Well, I mean,
You can't tell sad stories around Armin. He feels too hard. He's too sensitive.
No, Armin definitely, Armin's got a very big heart.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, it's a colossal heart, can't get bigger than that.
And then Yelena, again, now sympathizing with Armin well, and just that's wonderful to hear. I'm just so glad that you're able to understand.
You understand me.
Yeah. And then that is very short-lived. And
no,
then
he's just empathetic.
It ends when a soldier runs in and tells Yelena that they're being invaded.
We're being invaded.
Yeah.
By who?
Yeah. I know. Who?
I thought you were playing both sides, Yelena.
What's
who
going
are you
on?
being invaded by?
Who's invading? Where'd they come from? What the fuck's going on?
Interesting.
Invaded? I'm sure there's very few things that maybe they thought could go wrong. I don't think an invasion
was one of them. Yeah, that they were like, now?
Yeah.
Dude, we're still locked up. And we're going to get into that in the future episodes.
Yeah.
But they're going to be locked up during this invasion, and that's going to be even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I wanted to add that Yelena's literally trying to sales pitch these people who are the same squad that overthrew their own government because they knew that was wrong. Yelena, you're not going to get through to them. I'm telling you right now, Armin's crying is as much as you're going to get, and it's Armin crying. That's not a whole lot. Respectfully, love Armin, but he's a crier, okay?
Oh, little Armin.
Little Army.
Little Armin's a crier.
Little Army.
He's crying. Oh, he's too shy. Oh, poor Armin.
There's a piece of lint on his bangs.
See, he's got lint on his bangs. Oh, little Army. Alrighty.
Army sensitive.
Yeah, good stuff. But that's pretty much all the episode we have to go ahead and break down and to go ahead and analyze.
Yeah, we're gonna save the juicy stuff for when Zach is here because
yeah.
we know that you guys want him here, and he knows that he wants to be here for
Absolutely. But
thank you to all our friends that joined us.
Yep.
Eddie was on time today.
Yeah, hell yeah, Eddie. It was cool to go
I'm
ahead and have
so proud
you
of you guys. A lot of you guys were there like on the dot, like the moment we were live. Like
Yep.
I was just trying to send in a test hi, and I got 2 immediate responses afterwards. You guys are awesome.
All right, guys. I don't really have much else.
I don't have any more final thoughts either.
Yeah. It was cool to go ahead and kind of just talk about these brief moments in this episode. And like Lexy mentioned, we'll go ahead and we'll get back at it next week when Zach is back with us. And we can go ahead and kind of dig a little deeper into the episode.
Yep. Because we're getting into some really, I know we say this every time, but it's because season 4 is that good. We're getting into really good stuff.
Yeah.
Juicy.
I looped into tea with my friend.
No worries.
We need tea time sometime, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your tea. What kind you get?
Yeah. Yeah. But you guys know I do it every podcast. You know, I got to go ahead and just really kind of express my love for you guys. Really, I mean, I just feel so fortunate to be able to go ahead and just, you know, do this on a weekly basis. You know, like I talked about, it's different when, you know, like Zach or when Lexy aren't here and stuff, you know, but I do know that like our friends, they still tune in, you know, and I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm so, it's just special. I mean, really, like what more is there to say that I haven't said already, but I genuinely am just so thankful for all of you that support us and that, you know, stick around and just hang out with us and, you know, go ahead and chime in during the episode breakdown discussions and stuff, you know, and we love hearing about what you guys have been up to and stuff,
Giving
you know,
us perspectives that we wouldn't have thought of.
Absolutely. And I just, yeah, I mean, I say it every week, but seriously, like you guys really mean the world to us, and there would be no podcast, you know, without you guys. So this was a really, you know, it was fun to go ahead and just chat with you guys and go ahead and do this. And, you know, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, you know, like, you know, look forward to seeing us and stuff, because, you know, we do. We go ahead and we look forward to doing this and going live and being able to go ahead and chat with you guys. Looking forward to having Zach back next week. Again, we missed you, Zach, and we hope that you're having a great time out over in Japan, you know, just like fun memories, and also, of course, be safe. And before I pass it along to Lex, I know that Zach does this pretty much as we close every podcast, but I just want to go ahead and say a little scripture, and I just want to say this is my favorite scripture. It is Matthew 14:31. I have it on my arm. For me, it's just a daily reminder. And the scripture says, "And immediately Jesus reached out his hand and said, 'Oh, you of little faith, why do you doubt?'" It is just a constant reminder for me that no matter what it is that I am going through life, whatever it is that you are going through life, whatever it is any of us are going through life, that we forget that God's always there, right? In our time of need. And we're not walking this walk in life alone. You know, it's something that is just reassuring to me. And, you know, I hope that, again, you guys know that no matter what it is that we're going through in life, we're never alone, right? You can always overcome it. You can always go ahead and persevere, right? We talked about in the podcast, we're here. Like, I love that the community is so strong that this podcast created, and it feels like family. So don't ever feel like you're alone, and you have us. You have the Discord, you know, like I'm sure that Lexy and Zach would for sure be open to, you know, if, you know, you guys want to go ahead and reach out to one of them on their socials. I don't know if Zach still has a social or not, but like still, like, you have the Discord and all that, you know, so none of us are ever alone, and we're in life going to go ahead and have to, you know, deal with really difficult stuff.
Yeah.
But that's part of just learning and growing and adapting and overcoming. And it helps us. I mean, that's how we go ahead and just...
It's called being human.
Exactly. You know, and we saw humans have a lot of very different emotions, at least from these, you know, the characters and all that. We saw a lot of different emotions in this very small
humans
part of the
are extremely
episode.
dynamic.
So just be safe out there, guys. I love you all very much. And, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay? AJ signing out. All right, Lex.
All right, guys. In honor of our code, Jacob gave us our new code today. He says, code love. And he says that he loves us. Oh, we love you too, Jacob.
What's up, bro?
Tune in next week because we will all be here. But the week after that, I will not.
Yeah.
So if you are missing our dynamic trio, then tune in next week, please. Come and join us. We'll probably stream on a Wednesday or Thursday, 6 p.m. again.
Yep.
Always at 6 p.m. We'll always let you guys know in the Discord and on the Instagram at Attack the Talk Podcast on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being so punctual. Your guys is like giving us your availability is actually so, it's so heartwarming. You guys are amazing. Love you so much. Check out Lexy Line on Etsy, LEXYLINE. And yeah, much love. I hope to see you guys next week. I'm excited for it. All right, guys. This is Lexy signing out. Bye.